the Cleveland Browns are using Shedeur Sanders. And now even the local Cleveland media is confirming what I've been telling y'all.
Why are we still talking to the third string quarterback? Why is the media? Why are we doing this? And there's a lot of reasons to people that the media gets blamed for things. And I think it's not exactly the case. And this one, you are 100% right to blame us. 100% right. Stop putting cameras and microphones in the face of the third string quarterback. He was never going to be the backup. Never. Anyone who pays any attention to this team, who knows how they think, who knows how they're operating, he was never going to be the backup. Stop talking to the third string quarterback. Stop. And if you're the Browns, stop letting him in the locker room during media availability.
That was my next point.
There are places all over that building to hide. It's 45 minutes. You tell him, go sit in the hot tub for 45 minutes.
Can I raise a slight objection? Give me a counterpoint.
Go ahead.
Jason Lloyd, if you are the editor-in-chief, I know you do have a nice little role over there at The Athletic, but if you're the editor-in-chief and you've got some young, intrepid cub reporters who are asking you, what do I have to do today? You're not telling them to put a microphone?
I am not, no.
Did you see the numbers?
I know.
Spencer German, how many impressions?
I know.
On that yesterday, and he wasn't the only one. Everybody was paying attention. We looked up on the night show. On ESPN, Scott Van Pelt was showing the clip of Shedeur Sanders.
I don't care. Could we have a modicum of self-respect? Just a modicum. They are empty calories. It's all meaningless. No, I'm not. So it's funny because a couple weeks ago when the
12.7 million views on Spencer German's video.
When the
12.7 million views, and you're telling people to not put a microphone.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
This guy's box office. Every time we mention him, look at the YouTube live right now. Every time we mention him, the numbers go
and they
crazy.
are empty. And they are empty calories. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no substance there whatsoever. This is the problem with media today, and I'm saying that as someone who's worked in the media for 25 years. What are we doing?
What we're doing is if you're monetizing properly in the digital space, we are making money. That's what we're doing on the backs of Shedeur Sanders.
Listen, I'm not. You mentioned Spencer. I really like Spencer. I'm not picking on him. How much money is he going to make for those 12.7 million views?
Listen to Jason breaking it down.
Zero off Twitter. Zero.
Why is ESPN? Why is every national show? Why are the debate shows? Why is First Take every single day? First things first. Mulligan Stew and Breakfast Ball. Why are they bringing it up?
This is why we are where we are. This is why. Because this is so stupid.
I told y'all. Shedeur is the biggest thing popping. A third string quarterback that got drafted in the 5th round, 144 pick. The only reason why I keep saying it because everybody else want us to know that he a 5th round pick and he got picked 144 and he wasn't no top quarterback prospect coming out. Why are they continually talking about a QB3? You know why. He said it. The money. I told y'all, man. Folks is making so much money out the backs of Shedeur. It is ridiculous. He is getting national headlines for not saying anything. When he do talk, he get national headlines. And now that he ain't said nothing, he's still getting national headlines. This is ridiculous.
What can Shedeur really offer in a number 2 role other than more garbage from the Shedeur fanatics out there, which honestly, it's sports answer to a political cult at this point. If you put Shedeur Sanders at number 2 behind Dylan Gabriel, what are you fostering? You're fostering an environment where these sicko fans who just can't get over the fact that Shedeur is not being elevated fast enough and that the world's against Shedeur and that it's all about politics and it's all about all this other. They're just going to sit there and go, Dylan Gabriel struggled for a series. Let's get Shedeur in there. I hope Dylan Gabriel plays really well, and I hope the Browns cut Shedeur Sanders and go wherever you want. You figure it out. You go find some other place where you think you can. You already said you think you can do better than what's being put out there in the NFL at the quarterback position. Great, have at it. Go ahead, shove off. Go somewhere in the NFL and you figure it out there. And you take the ESPN echo chamber where the morning hosts say this, and then the Sunday morning hosts say this, and then the reporters come in to explain why Shedeur's pantomiming, and then this happens, and then that happens, and go ahead and take the entire ESPN machine, and we've been part of it on the media side of the fence too, but nobody has driven this more than ESPN. Go ahead and take that with you to whatever city you're going to next. It's just the same crap we've been dealing with forever. So I'm so tired of this, man.
I don't understand the hate. This man don't even know you. Why is you hating on somebody that you don't even know? Bruh, I done seen multiple people of the other skin color be angry and upset both ways. Positively for Shedeur and then negatively just like that. I have no idea why the hate for Shedeur is so bad and so real that these people about to bust a brain vessel talking about Shedeur when he ain't said nothing. When he do talk, you hate him. When he don't talk, you hate him. I don't get it and I don't understand. It's rooted in this world. It's rooted in America that you hate somebody for no reason, even if you hate somebody for their skin color. You hate somebody for no reason. They don't even know you. And you hating on them. They ain't did nothing to you and you don't know them. Why is you hating?
Doing that. But it's just the worst advice imaginable. Yeah. And I feel like he has gotten bad advice for the last 9 months.
That's interesting.
And I hate it for him. Because
I was agreeing with you when you talking about he getting talked about for whatever he do. What he talked about last week, and then he not saying nothing. But bad advice? Come on, we all human. You gonna make some bad decisions, bad choices for the 9 months he had bad advice? No, man. If you in the draft and you know you projected to be a top pick, how you know you gonna get colluded against? You don't know that the NFL was gonna collude against you. You don't know that. That's why it was a big surprise that he fell to the 5th round. Like, come on, man. You can't blame the man for being human. He can say what he want to say. He a grown man. Dion can say what he want to say. That's his son. I ain't saying it was right. And I ain't saying it didn't affect what happened. But it's only part of it. It ain't the whole thing. So you can't say he been getting bad advice for 9 months and then we don't say something. Now that's bad advice. Come on, man. You in a lose-lose situation. How can you win when everything you say is being turned negative and scrutinized and talked about like he did something wrong, like he did something wrong and malicious? Like the man ain't did nothing. It ain't like he punched a female in the face. He ain't stole no crab legs. He ain't walked out the store with some Gucci. Like, come on, man. Be for real. What's the real reason why y'all hate on Shedeur? Because it attracts the dollar. It keeps people talking about a 3rd-string quarterback that ain't played a snap in a regular season NFL game yet. And he getting more talked about than the NFL games.
Shedeur Sanders is not there yet. You just hope he gets there, and it sounds like the Browns believe he will.
Ian Rappaport, I appreciate you for, shouting out Prime Equity, saying it was fake, but I created it, so it is what it is. Hey, but it's a good thing and a bad thing that Shedeur is still QB3. I'll go with the bad thing first. The bad thing is we still got to wait to see Shedeur play and take his first snap in the NFL regular season game. And we already know what Shedeur can do on the field. It's proven. It's proven. So at this point, it's like, what are the Browns really trying to do with Shedeur? Are you trying to develop Shedeur like the right way, or are you blackballing him and sabotaging him and keeping him buried on the depth chart? But your actions, that's what you saying. That's what you saying with your actions. Now, on the good side, why you think it's a good side, Moneymane? I'm about to tell you right now. Shedeur still being QB3. He still is going on the scout team against the first team defense. And I told y'all how important that was. That's why I got so upset when they said he wasn't getting no scout team reps. Because I like he going against the first team defense. That's what scout team do. So Shedeur cooking, marinating in that pot, cooking up in practice, learning from that first team defense, which everybody say is a top defense in the NFL. So if he going against that defense every day in practice, like he said, 6 games in 1 week, then he got no choice but to get better. Maybe 5%, telling me 5% out of that 100%, 95% the Browns sabotaging Shedeur, trying to keep him buried on the depth chart. But the other 5%, I want to make a whole video, so y'all like, subscribe, and share about this. The other 5%, they actually might see Shedeur as the franchise quarterback and want to develop him the right way and not rush him out there. That could be a 5% possibility. But it's low, but it could be a 5% possibility.
I think there's a maturity to it that you got to grow up in the league. You may not always have the circumstances you anticipate or the ones that you want, but I don't think that those are the actions that you want possibly your future starting quarterback in the NFL to have at any point throughout the course of their career. It's hard.
Whichever twin you is, McCourty, I don't understand how you was played in the NFL with Tom Brady. How can you say that? That a dude, the man that says nothing is immature. Shedeur not saying anything is immature. How? The last time I checked, when I was growing up, the grown folk used to tell me, my mom and dad and other folk, older folk, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Not saying Shedeur had something bad to say, but what I'm saying is, if you don't have nothing to say, don't say it. Don't say it, because you're going to twist whatever you say anyway. And the reason why I say that, because you start getting posts like this. It is time for the Browns to cut Shedeur Sanders. This is immature and a distraction to the team coming for a third-string, fifth-round reserve quarterback. Really? A distraction? Immature? And then, like I told y'all, they always want to put the fifth round, quarterback 3, but y'all steady in his face. How is this immature? He did not dog his team. He ain't cuss his teammates out. He ain't say we trash. The man said he was ready to play. Then he come back and don't say nothing at all and put his smile on camera, and y'all still hating on him. It's a lose-lose situation. Shedeur can't win for nothing but in the bank account. Because guess what? He's still making money. I'll be laughing straight to the bank to all these haters. What you talking about?
One of the things he dealt with was a cousin of what you said you dealt with. You said, I have too big of an aura to be brought in if I'm not the guy. Teams aren't going to want to have to deal with the media and the fanfare and the attention for someone who isn't the clear-cut starter. I don't think
that's another reason why I say Shedeur fell in the draft. They didn't want him to get all that money, fully guaranteed contract in the first round. And the way he was talking, they did not want to pay him that money. Then the team didn't want to deal with what the Cleveland Browns dealing with. But like I told y'all, the Cleveland Browns were forced to draft Shedeur, so they got to deal with it. They didn't want their backup quarterback to be more popular than their first-string quarterback. Now we talking about the third-string quarterback being the most popular player on his team and the NFL. It didn't matter what team Shedeur went to. If it was the Ravens, the Eagles, or whoever else, if he was the backup and the starter was playing bad, you're going to get the same result. You're going to get the same result because he's box office. Dylan Gabriel said he's an entertainer. Last time I checked, being an entertainer pays too. And he getting buku way more money than you, Dylan. Then you want to take another shot and say it's perfect timing. If you waiting for the perfect time, you be waiting all your life. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Hey, if you done made it for this far in the video, I appreciate you, man. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Hey, I'm telling you, this Shedeur is going everywhere, and he ain't even played a snap yet. Appreciate y'all.
We understand that Dylan Gabriel needed to start. He's going to be 25 by December. He was in college for 6 years, played about 64 games. He's got some experience, and we know he can play, so let's see what he does. That's fair enough. The flip side, however, is this. Why you got Joe Flacco at QB2 when you know it should be Shedeur Sanders? See, this is the stuff that makes you think for a second and say, you know what? Politics. Because Joe Flacco is a stopgap for the young thoroughbreds coming in and making room for them. And he doesn't mind serving the role as mentor and all of that stuff because Father Time catches up to all of us. And he's no longer what he used to be. And so that's just the way that it's going to go. We all know this. Why are we tripping? Why are we acting like Shedeur Sanders doesn't deserve to be the QB2? Why are we acting like we're not going to see this brother before the season's over? Because unless Dylan Gabriel goes out there and play lights out, you know the Cleveland Browns are going to insert Shedeur Sanders at some point. And I think it's going to be maybe not sooner than later, but I don't think it's going to be too late before we see that. So what's the problem? I mean, it's Shedeur Sanders here. Yes, it is Deion Sanders' son. Yes, maybe, just maybe, it should have been a little less talking. I don't have any problem with Shedeur Sanders telling the Baltimore Ravens he didn't want them to pick him because nobody is getting in front of Lamar Jackson, and he knows that. And maybe Deion shouldn't have represented them, or he shouldn't have been saying, you're going to go where I want you to go. If we don't like the team that picks us, then boom. Because we all know that Shedeur Sanders shouldn't have fallen to 144th in the 5th round. We know this. Okay? But in the end, it is what it is, and we can move on from there. All I'm saying is that Joe Flacco has proven to you that there's been a precipitous drop-off. And you really, really want him there holding a clipboard and mentoring the young dudes. You don't want him there as the QB2. Why are you acting like you do?
Like Stephen A. said, I think Shedeur deserves to be QB2. But like I told y'all earlier, I understand on the good side, not the bad side, but the good side, why he's still QB3. That 5% chance. But also, come on now. You got to give Shedeur a chance at some point. You got to give Shedeur a chance at some point. I know
my savage. Moneymane and the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube popping, man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Moneymane. You already know.